All right, Shalom, Shalom. Real the real Hebrew Israelites coming day in and day out. Prophesied downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. First off, all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kadash. Double honor to the apostles, the great millstone, salutations to the elect, wherever you may be. I just did this video, apparently didn't record. Trying not to get frustrated. I know it's Satan. It's literally happened in the last video, so I'm gonna deal with it. I don't mean to go through it quick. I'm just hit the points, man. All right. Now, yesterday I gotta look it up, but this decision got pushed off to yesterday. But nonetheless, I'm gonna go straight into it. All right. So Trump wants to do a buyout, right? It says Thursday was supposed to be the decision day. More than 2 million federal employees across the country faced an end-of-day deadline to choose whether to resign or stay on their jobs. But the federal judge in Massachusetts on Thursday afternoon temporarily blocked the buyouts, suspending the deadline at least until Monday when the hearing was to be set. In a push to drastically reduce the workforce, President Trump last week offered a mass buyout plan to the entire federal workforce, setting off fear and anxiety amongst federal workers as they contemplate what to do. The judge's decision in the court showdown over the legality of the buyout has now created more uncertainty. All right, because when the federal government is running out of money, where's this money coming from to do these buyouts? You got my man Elon Musk, over there. I'm not saying that, but hey, who knows? The U.S. District Judge Greg O'Toole issued a temporary restraining order to allow for additional litigation in the case brought by unions challenging the legality of the buyout program. So people are ruffling feathers, right? Now let me just now granted, there's always going to be a money issue. It's going to be a money issue and a financial issue. All right, first of all, that's what all wars are based on, but you're leading up to that war. But it's always going to be money issues leading up to the MOTB. All right. Now, the second part I'm about to get into really makes you think. All right. And you got your boy Elon Musk right there. All right. Now, let me get to it. Now, with all this going on, you got Trump, you got the billionaires in his pocket for the most part. They're all working together. Really, they working for a higher elite, let me say it that way, to get this system put in place, right? But check this out. What is Musk's role in this, right? The buyout plan for federal employees reflect the enormous power Musk is exerting over Trump's federal government through DOGE, which is a president-created via executive order, DOGE, right? Musk and his DOGE aides have taken over the OPM and assumed control of the federal IT infrastructure as his team swiftly blitzed through departments and agencies. Trump's DOGE executive order instructed department heads to give the new agency full and prompt access to all unclassified agency records, software systems, and IT systems. Democrats in Congress have warned federal workers not to accept the offer, arguing the funding having been appropriated for the buyouts, and that Trump trusted to deliver the payments. But nonetheless, let's get into this infrastructure. Now, we all know that Elon Musk is a tech guru for the most part. And so when when people have a digital fingerprint, whether it's that you put in a social security number on the internet, phone number, whatever it may be, there's information on all of us in these systems, for the most part. And the fact that this information gets into the hand of a person like this should tell you a lot. Now, mind you, by March, everybody has to have a real ID. All right. By law, I believe. Nonetheless, when it comes to your social security number, IDs, all this, all those things are unclassified. That's regular knowledge that these agencies have. But nonetheless, when you give a man the head over give him charge over the IT infrastructures, federal infrastructures at that. All right, and IT involves a lot. All right, it involves a lot. So what should pop in your head? MOTB. Shit's gonna be like the Eagle Eye. What is it? What's the other one with fucking Will Smith? State something. Some shit. But nonetheless, these things are fucking real, man. Alright? So, you got people that says the MOTB is far-fetched. It's not. The Lord has the right people in place to put these systems in place for his movie. Even though Esau may think, the elite of Esau may think they're doing it, it's really the Lord to have his story to play out. So even though like 2.9% of federal workers wanted to accept this, all right, because think about it, money system is fucked up, food prices are going up, times are getting bad. People need to feel secure. So they're like, damn, the president, Elon, they could buy us out. Motherfuckers are going to take that. So imagine, and I say gradualism is real. Imagine when it comes to the MOTB, all this chaos is going around. Oh, we got to keep track on this. Like, here's the solution. All your IDs on one, medical information, money, payment, all that on one. That's going to be Esau's miracle to the world, man. And Trump already said he wants to be the biggest cryptocurrency economic market. All right? Because the dollar is done for. Everybody knows that. So everything is being put in place for this to happen. All right? That hour of temptation is coming. So you're going to buy out federal Egyptians, let me say it that way. It reminds me of what? Egypt. Alright? I'm going to go straight into it. Genesis 47:13. And there was no bread in all the land, for the famine was very sore, so that the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan fainted by reason of famine. And Joseph gathered all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan for the corn which they brought. And Joseph brought the money to Pharaoh's house. And when the money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, Give us bread, why should we die in thy presence? For thy money faileth. And Joseph said, Give your cattle, and I will give you for your cattle if money fail. And they brought the cattle unto Joseph. And Joseph gave them the bread in exchange for horses and for flocks and for cattle of the herds and for asses, and fed them with the bread for all the cattle for that year. When the year was ended, they came unto him the second year and said unto him, We will not hide it from thee, my Lord, how that our money is spent. My Lord also hath our herds and cattle. There is not aught left in the sight of my Lord. but our bodies in our land. Wherefore shall we die in our eyes? Salakia. Both we and our land. Buy us in our land for bread. And we will give our land, Salakia. And we in our land will be servants unto Pharaoh, and give us seed that we may live and not die, that the land be not desolate. And Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh, and the Egyptians sold every man his field, because the famine prevailed over them. So the land became Pharaoh's. And as for the people, he removed them to cities, from one end of the borders to Egypt, even to the other thereof. Only the land of the priests bought he not, for the priests had a portion assigned them of Pharaoh, and did eat their portion which Pharaoh gave them, which they sold. Wherefore they sold not their land. And Joseph said unto the people, Behold, I have bought you this day in your land for Pharaoh. Lo, here is your seed for you, and ye shall sow the land. And it shall come to pass in the increase that ye shall give a fifth part unto Pharaoh, and 4 parts shall be your own, for the seed of the field, and for your food, and for them of your household, and for your food for your little ones. And they said, Thou hast served our lives. Let us find grace in thy sight, of my Lord, and we will be Pharaoh's servants. And Joseph made a law of the land of Egypt unto this day, that Pharaoh shall have a fifth part, except the land of the priests only, which became not Pharaoh. Okay? So essentially what happened? It was a buyout. And a buyout eventually for their souls. For them. Alright? Now how does this tie into what I'm saying? What you think is gonna happen on the left hand side here? Alright? Well, what do you really think is going to happen? The MOTB. You're going to have all this chaos going on. People not being able to go to other cities. Alright? Civil unrest. Everything that's in 2nd Ezra 15 and 16. The MOTB is going to be the solution for the chaos. Get this and you can live this life. You just gotta keep track on you. They want to monitor you. A lot of people ain't gonna go for that, but a lot of people is. Given the situations. Remember Daniel 12. It's gonna be a time like it was no other nation on this planet Earth, man, has ever seen what's gonna happen when this thing happens. Alright? It's gonna be the worst time in human history. Yes. Worse than World War I, World War II. Alright? Worse than slavery. Shit is going to be crazy. Okay? So, hey, anybody who's preaching that the MOTB is not the MOTB, grass. Hey, so with that, I'm going to say all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makakash.